Israel had tapes of him in communication with Monica Lewinsky. Just mentioned it like as a friend would do, not making any threats whatsoever. The Trump administration allowed him to head back to Israel, where he promptly threatened to nuke the United States.
And so he said, is this what you want us to threaten now? I said, absolutely, except this time I want us to go forward with it if necessary. So
when Netanyahu came to the U.S. in the 90s, he mentioned to President Clinton that Israel had tapes of him in communication with Monica Lewinsky. Just mentioned it like as a friend would do, not making any threats whatsoever. Just saying, hey, just bro, FYI, whoa, we've got these tapes. They're
something to think about.
Not great. Then he also said, I need you to free Jonathan Pollard as part of this peace deal that I'm trying to get brokered with Arafat here. The George Tenet, who was a CIA director at the time, told Clinton, if you do that, I'm resigning, and saying that's why I'm resigning. Like, we as the American intelligence community will not allow this spy to be sent back to Israel. That was the 90s. He was eventually kind of given some humanitarian parole in 2015 by the Obama administration, and then the Trump administration allowed him to head back to Israel, where he promptly threatened to nuke the United States. So let's roll Pollard.
The Biden administration, as I called it, did threaten us. But I said, you're mistaken if you think there's never a choice. There was a choice. He said, well, what? Is it to have our weapons cut off? I said, no, let me bring you back to October 1973, during the Yom Kippur War, when Henry Kissinger instituted an arms embargo against us. He stopped the aerial resupply of our army at that point to extract diplomatic concessions from us. And what happened? What happened was an A-4 Skyhawk was parked at Tel Nof Air Base with some interesting weapons under its wings. And we told the Americans, take your eye in the sky and take a good look at the airplane that's on that runway. And the next day, the airlift started. So the guy that I was talking...
Which airlift?
To Israel. The arms airlift.
So in other words, we threatened their...
We threatened to use unconventional weapons. I'll leave it at that. And so he said, is this what you want us to threaten now? I said, absolutely, except this time I want us to go forward with it if necessary.
Oh, isn't that nice? After that...
unconventional weapons.
Unconventional weapons.
Huh.
Some fancy weapons under the wing.
Yeah.
After that, Mike Huckabee, our ambassador to Israel, met with Pollard, which then drew protests from American officials in the embassy who were like, what on earth are you doing? Meanwhile, Pollard is taking the hint. You can put up B3 here. He's announcing, according to Times of Israel, he's planning on entering politics, slamming Netanyahu and Bennett from the right, obviously.
Yes, right.
So I look forward to when Pollard is prime minister, people saying that they condemn the Pollard government, but not Israel.